Everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. I'm back to the good old-fashioned Our Lady of Guadalupe coffee mug. Because today I want to talk to you about our parish and the fact that our parish physically, technically our parish physically is located in about half of the area of Dartmouth. Because I'm using the word parish to mean the portion of the territory for which we are responsible. Now that doesn't mean that people outside of that territory can't be part of our parish. Whoever chooses to be part of our parish, we're responsible for them. We have direct responsibility, however, for every single person from Shearwater Airport all the way down to Burnside Industrial Park to the Rotary. That whole section of Dartmouth Crossing and all of these areas within our parish. So we're technically responsible for all of those people. So that's a way of defining a parish. The other way of defining a parish is the places, the church buildings in which we primarily are the primary places where we celebrate the Eucharist. And we now have 2 locations. We used to have 4 locations, as you know. Immaculate Conception Parish, or rather Church, and St. Paul's Church were closed a couple of years ago, simply because we couldn't, I don't know if you remember that story. It was a long story, but we simply couldn't carry the infrastructure that was created 50, 80, 100 years ago with the numbers that we have today, aging buildings and such. So we did go through a process to close them, but what we discerned way back about 4 years ago is that we're called to be a parish with 2 physical locations. Because what's unique about our parish is the north end of Dartmouth, which is an area where there is a lot of poverty and need. It's not exclusively so, but there is tremendous need in that area. And we decided to keep that North Dartmouth location open. So right now, we have 2 locations. We have the central location from which I'm speaking to you right now, St. Peter's Church. So the church is still St. Peter's Church. We're not pretending it's not. This is St. Peter's location, we often say. And the other location is St. Anthony's location. That's where we have the churches where we have the mobile food mart. We have our food bank that operates serving 180 families a week. We have the House of Hope there. We have other activities that take place out of that location. And we have weekday mass there twice a week. So why am I talking about this? Well, I think if you were to survey the people who come to Sunday Mass, we've been averaging the last couple of months about 720 to 750 people a weekend physically at this location. And I think if you surveyed them, if I was guessing, I would say if 10% of them had been to St. Anthony's location, that would be good. That would be something, 10%. So a lot of our people who join us on Sundays, maybe because they're new, a lot of people are new to our parish, there's not really an awareness that our parish actually is in 2 locations. Okay. The other side of it is that there are people who technically know it. Perhaps they've always been churchgoers here or connected to St. Peter's location, but unless you go during the week or you're involved in the food bank or some other ministry, you probably don't think about it too much. Because of this, and because we've discerned it in our leadership team, pastoral council, that the time is right, we're now going to start up or renew a custom that comes from this being used in the past. Many of you are familiar with it, and that is to actually invoke the intercession of the patron saints of a parish in the Eucharistic prayer. It's not uncommon to do this. I'm sure if you remember back, those of you who went to St. Peter's, in the Eucharistic prayer, it was very common to say, and St. Peter, or St. Anthony. And we stopped doing it during COVID because it was, I don't know, it was kind of, I wouldn't say like rubbing salt in the wound, but for some people it was difficult. It was we were trying to emphasize our unity. We were trying to overcome the sense of tribalism. I'm for Paul, I'm from Apollos, I'm Immaculate Conception, I'm St. Peter's, I'm St. Paul's, I'm St. Anthony's. We were trying to emphasize the unity of Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish, that even though we come from different places, we are one community. So we really leaned into that. And I think if you look back over 4 years, or actually 5 years, because it was January 1st, 2000, that Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish came into existence here in Dartmouth. It's 5 years. A lot's happened in 5 years. And I think we've now arrived, really, I think that the majority of people really simply embrace the identity of being Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish. So now it seems that one of the things we ought to do is remind people that Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish has 2 locations, not just St. Peter's location, also St. Anthony's location. So that's why we're renewing the mention of these saints in the Eucharistic prayer. So we will be invoking 2 patron saints, St. Peter and St. Anthony. And here's what we're planning to do when we have Mass, as of this coming Sunday, when we have Mass at the St. Peter's location, we're going to mention St. Anthony and St. Peter. And when we have Mass at St. Anthony's, we're going to invoke St. Peter and St. Anthony, just because. That hopefully will help us to continue to grow deeper in our identity as one community of faith, serving half of Dartmouth and really serving everyone and anyone. But the parish that exists in this location, that worships in 2 locations, that has our church buildings in 2 locations, here at St. Peter's location and at St. Anthony's. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it made sense to me, but hopefully it makes sense to you. God bless. Take care.